What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pandora's Box, and you know the rules. Watch the box and get informed, but don't be shocked from the horrors and oddities we unleash. Ooh. Anyway, what's up, Mr. Mikey Sutton?
Michael Keaton might not be done as Batman. Welcome to Pandora'S box.
What? And I'm sure if you're just watching Sill's stream, wow, what is going on with this news? Holy I
And
had no idea that's fucking coming.
Necron had no idea that was coming, guys. Seriously, he had no clue.
What? Is it because of the well reception, obviously, of the movie, right?
We know we'll save for last. We'll
Okay,
it'll be
you got to tease, and then you'll hear about it later.
I'll drop the mic and walk away at the end of the show. So we'll do it
Wow.
that way.
Woo, Mikey,
Hey, man.
Megatron bomb.
Might as well start early, right?
No kidding. That took me by man. You can always take me by surprise, but I was expecting that. I don't even know what to say. I mean, do they just bring back Hamada? I mean, what's the point, man? I mean, what was all this hoopla for? I mean, you're just following the man's plan to the T.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, it's better than Clooney, but we're going to talk about that later, man.
And guys, help Necron and I get this channel to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, please. I mean, I'm over here just trying to get to 500. Mikey's shooting big time. He wants to get to 1,000. We need.
Get to 1,000.
1,000 is where it's at. I mean,
get to 1,001 subscriber. We'll get an autographed copy.
Oh, you gonna do that over here?
A Dreamwalker 1, 2, and 3.
Autograph of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
You can't even find 1 and 2 anymore. Without paying a little extra, so that's a freaking deal.
Yeah. Autographed by the creator, author, executive producer himself. And 3's not even out yet. But you guys are going to be getting reserved for you before, so you'll know it won't sell out. What I mean is, you'll get one, before it sells out. So, and I'm doing something with Skywalker. I'll just do a Necron show as well. We'll do it for both channels. Let's get both to 1,000 subscribers, right? Come on, we're worth it.
Man, we need to get that info out there. I mean, damn, bro. Autograph 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
With Mikey. Whoa. And that's like an investment.
Actually, it is. It really is.
It really is.
You
need to send your kids through college. Just hold on to that for a couple more years.
Wait till the show comes out. Wait till the trailer comes out. Yeah, trust me, it's gonna be worth a couple of bucks. I'm being humble here. It's gonna be worth a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna do all right for just hitting the subscribe button.
I mean, issue 1's already going for $1,000 in some places, and that's without my autograph on it. So, and trust me when I tell you, I've only autographed, I think, two copies of Dreamwalker 1. I've only autographed 2, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because
I didn't even know that. I thought you would have done way more.
No, I'm stuck at home. I don't go to the mailbox. I don't go to the post office at all. It's been cold. I haven't left the house, so yeah, I've only signed. I signed one for a girl in Seattle, and I signed one for it was a contest that Lords of the Lombox did. It was early on when the book just came out. That's it. That's all I've autographed. So
I thought you'd be signing up a storm like Michael Jordan over there.
I haven't even autographed copies for my family, dude. Seriously.
Oh, damn. Well, what's this? More lawsuits at WBD?
I've been doing their stuff all day. I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, they're saying more lawsuits then. Good Lord, who knows what's going on with them guys again?
More lawsuits. I wonder who's suing them now.
They're always in trouble. Hey, Retro wants an autographed copy, so
I want to autograph a Retro when she debuts.
Oh,
Well, she's in number 3, so it's coming up pretty quick.
Issue 3 is like the pretty much the debut of a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, you're in there, Sky's in there, Zod's in there, Savage Bat's in there. Yeah, it's packed with cameos in there.
Wow,
So
it's
pretty
gonna
funny
be.
shit.
I can't wait for that. I cannot. This is just insane. All this Dreamwalker. What an experience that everybody's getting pulled into the Dreamwalker vortex, but it's a good
Vortex.
one.
Yeah, Retro Nerd Girl has a permanent seat at the cool table in the issue.
Well, and she does in real life too. So
Yeah, she does. Yeah, so yeah.
there you go.
I figured, she's gonna play such an integral role in the franchise going forward that I
Uh-huh.
think she needs to debut as soon as possible. Been perfect place for it, the cool table debut. So
Very cool.
yeah,
Welcome aboard.
look on board. A Dreamwalker train, no boarding. It's more like a boat.
Yeah,
The arc.
into the Mikey verse.
Been a wacky day. Wait, been a wacky day, Necron.
A wacky day.
Go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, let's. What's our first topic you want to go over here tonight?
Why don't we start off with the Flash? Actually, you know what? Mandalorian. Let's start with the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Let me take care of that. Jeez, Mandalorian. Okay, find that one. I have that.
And I've been so behind on catching up with these shows. Geekosity is a full-time job. People don't realize how much work goes into this thing. Hold on, Necron. Hold on.
Sure. Yeah. So Mikey, I know a lot of you are probably waiting for that Punisher topic, but we're gonna cover that next week because there's too much happened. Then we need to talk about what happened this week. But the Punisher is not forgotten. He will be our topic next week if you guys are ready.
Yeah, there's just so much. The whole Kraven thing was just
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like no scooper got that one. No one. So
Isn't that crazy? That came out of the blue too, man. Just like
Yeah.
what? Violent as hell. That didn't sound like that.
You think Sony would have leaked that? They were really tight on this one. That no one caught it. So
Yeah, well, that'll be on our list to talk about. All right, Mandalorian. Here we go.
I loved it.
Mikey
I
loved
loved
it.
it. I loved it. And people were complaining up until the last 2 episodes of this or that. And
Yeah.
Necron's like, what's so bad about this? I mean, it's a perfectly entertaining show.
I don't quite get. I mean, I know there was like a couple episodes, where
Yeah.
it's kind of like, filler. Okay, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
kill him for that, but it wasn't like the worst fillers I've ever seen in my life on the television show or anything.
It wasn't wacky. I mean,
and still, like even the one with Jack Black and Lizzo, the last part of it was key to the storyline.
it was.
Bo-Katan, getting everything back for her, man.
And I love that Blade Runner tribute with the chase scene. That's totally
Yes.
Blade Runner. That was well done.
Did you catch the Logan's Run tribute scene? Of
Yeah,
the city?
I caught that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
like
so-
the little whatever going
Yeah.
through the city, the subway type system,
Yep,
just
yep.
like
Logan's Run.
Logan's Run. I was like, man, they're all doing tribute to this episode.
Yeah.
You gotta know your sci-fi deep.
Yeah, you like because we're old enough to catch that.
Nah. I'm sure if you say Logan's Run to someone under 30, they're like, what is that? What are you talking about? All right, there's some Mandalorian awesomeness,
It's great. I mean, I know people are like, well, we want it to be about the Mandalorian. Well, there's other Mandalorians in the show. I love Bo-Katan. So I met her in person, Katie Sack. I think she's great. But the last 2 episodes just really knocked out of the park, Necron.
I mean, it really made the whole season. Like, even if you weren't like kind of saying this season sucks, how could you not like those last 2 episodes? Those were super high energy. I mean, really, Mikey, that's like you got movie level entertainment going on a streaming show with those last 2 episodes, like a space, a battle, and all that going on, and I mean, I was watching it, going, this is like movie level
Mm-hmm.
quality here, and with the you got all the background, it just made it look so epic when he was fighting with Moth, and then but in the
That was
background
awesome.
you're seeing all the other people fighting too up in the
Yeah.
sky and all that. I was just like, this is fantastic.
Well, it's kind of like Return of the Jedi. You had different levels of fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
that's very true. Like you're looking out the window of the throne room and there's the space battle.
I love how Baby Yoda was an IG unit. You know, it just
I love that.
it was
Yes, yes,
great. That was a
yes,
great
yes,
touch.
yes, yes. Walking around the town. He was loving life. That was
No, no,
cracking me up,
no.
dude. Yeah, no, no, no.
There's so many great stuff in it. I love the fact that he's using his powers more now. He's getting more powerful with it.
Yeah,
Um, and obviously I love Giancarlo Esposito. He's just awesome, And
he's
I
such a
mean,
good villain, man.
oh, he's incredible. And I'm gonna meet him in person in June. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I really don't know what to say except that everybody who's telling you guys this season sucks are wrong. Sit down and watch it all the way through. Don't judge it by its parts. Judge it by its completeness because it's very well
Absolutely
done.
true.
And you know what do you prefer, Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker to this? You
No
know,
kidding. This is still better than that, man.
much so. I just want to give in my recommendation for the show. It's better than Book of Boba Fett, I thought,
Oh,
and
way better than
yeah,
Book. Book was like what? I still like it because it's Star Wars. I'm probably gonna like anything Star
yeah.
Wars. It's just terrible. But come on, I mean, people are saying this was worse than Book of Boba Fett. They're lying.
No, no, it's not. No. Oh my god. Uh,
Okay, I couldn't
yeah,
imagine.
yeah. Book of Ten was just incredible. If you're a Rebels fan, there's a lot here to love. If you're a Rebels fan,
Oh, fantastic. Yes. Boy, you got the tribute with the big guy in there. I forget all these characters' name, but from
Oh yeah,
Rebels,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
yeah. So
From Rebels. Yeah.
you're getting more of that out there. And I just want to point out, come on, look at Moff Gideon's armor.
It's badass. Total badass.
Like he got the whole Darth Maul, Darth Trooper, or what
Yeah.
were they called? Darth Marines or whatever the hell. I mean, his guard, that he made his
Yeah. Yeah.
Mandalorian. So it's obviously, based on his suit, or maybe they took it from them. They didn't really quite explain all that, but he looks killer either way.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like a Sith level type villain, man.
He is, and the special effects this season were off the chart, man. It's like
I don't think
cinematic
people got
level.
that too. That they were trying to showcase a lot of the effects and what they could do.
Yeah, yeah, they really went all the way this season.
Like when they chased that the flying creature, and the I wouldn't say
Ah,
swamp, but the thing that lived in the lake, and they were
the
just doing.
is it Mythosaur? Is that what it's called or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
the mythosaur at the bottom of the I want to say
Beautiful.
not the arc, but
Yeah,
where they do all the armory,
yeah.
the main armory of Mandalore. The mythosaur and how big he was when she went by him. Obviously, that is going to play a role in the next season somehow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to fix the dark saber. Something's going to happen.
That's not the end. That can't be the end of the dark saber. I really doubt it. That's gonna come back.
I think what's going to happen is someone's going to be riding a mythosaur with the dark saber.
He's gonna do that. He's destiny.
And I'm wondering, where's Darth Maul on this? Oh, he's already dead. Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
he died in Rebels. Unless he comes back again somehow, but I think they should just let him go at that point.
Yeah, retro. I was too. Stressful moment there.
Yeah, that kind of had me on the edge of the seat too. Like, how's the little group? But then I read some people saying he wasn't trapped in there with them; they were trapped in there with him. I was like, oh, I never thought of it that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, totally Rorschach. I was thinking, oh, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Sin Havoc, that's gonna happen. It's really looking that way. Um, and that
Then Jaren's gonna ride the
yeah, it's probably
mythosaurus.
gonna be the movie. I gotta think it's gonna be in the movie. They're gonna say that for the film.
Can you imagine a Mandalorian movie with what the budget they could get for that?
Oh,
Jeez.
it's coming. Dave Filoni. It's gonna wrap up this. It's gets aired to the Empire.
Yeah. So a lot of people like Bo Katan too. I enjoyed her as well. I didn't have
Yeah.
any problems with her. I thought she was pretty cool, and she knew how to use the dark saber. She had
Mm-hmm.
she had her confidence in it.
No, she's one of the best aspects of this show. Um, yeah, guys, just go see. Just binge watch it. Watch it all the way through. Don't like oh, this episode sucks. I'm not gonna move on. No. Watch it all the way through. It has a great payoff. That's the thing, Necron. Many shows don't have as good of a payoff as this one did. This is a spectacular payoff.
Mega payoff.
you know?
You didn't get Seinfeld on this one. This
No,
was a mega payoff.
no, you didn't get Aquaman talking about fucking fish or whatever.
Womp
Yeah.
womp
Yeah.
womp. Yeah, that's what we get with our Justice League with that.
Anyway, but that's all I wanted to say on this. Just go see it.
and I agree with you. Was it the strongest season I seen from him? No, but was
No,
it like
no.
a complete disaster? Like, well, like people want to. I just dude, it's big business to hate on Disney Star Wars.
It is just total big business, and
So anytime you put out there, this is trash, and on the Mandalorian or whatever Disney, people just eat it up.
you can't top the Return of Luke Skywalker. That's just an incredible.
I was going to
moment.
say, how you expect that to be topped?
You can't top that. You can't top Baby Yoda season 1. I mean, there are things you just can't top, at least for now.
For now,
We all know Thrawn is coming anyway, so
that's going to be awesome.
yeah. But it's actually you could top it with Mara Jade, but they're gonna say that for the movie. So.
Darth Maul's coming somewhere. I know it. So. Somewhere, somehow.
If you had Jackson the Green Rabbit in there, I lose my shit. But it's just me. I don't know if you two all feel the same way I do, but I lose my shit. If I see Jackson in there, like, oh my god, Jackson's in there. People be like, what the fuck is Green Jar Jar doing here? You know what I mean?
I didn't know who he was till I saw it later on the things. Like, oh, that's why that dude was doing. Okay, that's cool. Jar Jar was kicking some butt.
When I was a kid and I was reading the old Star Wars comics, I loved Jackson. I just loved him, and he kicked ass. He just wasn't just some Green Rabbit. No, he's a badass. He was hanging out with all the other mercenaries and stuff.
You had to trigger my memory, right? Oh, the comic.
Yeah, the comic book. Yeah.
That's a deep cut, Mikey. Very cool.
And George Lucas hated Jackson. The irony of it is, there are no rabbits in my Star Wars. Well,
but there's Jar Jars.
That's quickly. But no, he told Marvel Comics
weird stances.
Yeah, no, he vetoed it because you can't use Jackson anymore. So that's why Jackson vanished. We never saw him again because George Lucas said he didn't.
I did not know that. Dude, to me that's a bomb. Right here on Pandora's box. I had no idea that's why that Green Rabbit.
Yeah, Jackson was only in the comic book for 3 or 4 issues, and he was gone. He never came back. And in that amount of time was when George Lucas said, "No, you can't use that silly character anymore."
Kind of like when what was it, Smoochie or whatever from The Simpsons had to go away.
Yeah.
I had to go back to my dimension. He just floated away, and that was. That's how they wrote him out.
Jackson did not return to the Star Wars comic book until after Disney bought Lucasfilm. Really, he did not show up again until that time. He was out.
So that's kind of like a lot of people hate on Disney, but they kind of see things too. Like, hey, wait a minute, fans kind of like this.
Yeah, I mean, if you were what 10 years old when those books came out, Jackson was cool, you know.
About exactly about how old I was when those came out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that. The
uh,
green Star Wars rabbit.
uh,
Great. There's no rabbits in Star Wars. Can you imagine sitting in a room and hearing that for real? You're like, okay, this is
I
Star
would,
Wars. You do realize you got some wild stuff in here, but green
yeah,
rabbits is
you know,
too much.
yeah, that's too much. But we have Jar Jar, which who could even kick ass. I mean, Jar Jar would beat the shit. Jackson would beat the shit out of Jar Jar.
He whoop his ass. Jar Jar just made
Easily.
things worse. That's all he did.
So, speaking of great things, Necron,
Uh-huh.
Flash, Flash,
Flash.
Flash. Mm.
Ooh.
That new
Well, I mean,
trailer looks awesome. It looks great.
I cannot complain about that. That new trailer, it's smoking.
And guys, if you want a show on Netflix, there is a market for the DCEU is support the Flash, um, because that really does not help James Gunn at all. Um, if you're trying to like, okay, end this. Okay, I'm not talking about Zack Snyder coming back. I'm talking about keeping that DCEU and those actors alive.
Yeah.
Because what I was told, Necron, is that there are no plans to recast Ezra Miller, unless he screws up again. But according to the director, I guess they are okay now. They went through therapy already, and
Okay.
but if the Flash does $1 billion or near $1 billion, there's no reason to recast Ezra Miller, unless you're looking at what he did in real life. Like I said, I'm talking about put yourself in the perspective of Warner Brothers Discovery, right? Um, you have an actor here who just made you $1 billion with this film, or maybe close to $1 billion, or whatever it may end up being. Why are you going to recast them when you have people paying money to see this guy in this film? Why are you recast Ezra Miller at that point?
I mean, people have been able to get redemption from way worse.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we've seen it all in our lives with actors and sports stars and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, we don't even know the real story of all that shit anyway. But
We don't. Yeah.
well, and probably never will. But I mean, if Ezra knocks it out of the park and he stops the craziness, with the crap he was pulling, why not, man? Why not?
David Zaslav is saying this is the greatest comic book movie he's ever seen, and he saw it 3 times. You think this guy's gonna say, "Yeah, let's get rid of Ezra Miller"? I don't think so.
Now, what about too? If people rave about the first act a lot, like if that's they
Yeah.
see it from the fans that everybody's raving about that first act with Ben and maybe somebody else who might pop up in there. What if that goes over like super, super, super well? Who else is gonna? I don't know who I could say might pop up in that first act, but I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's Ben Affleck. Batflick is in the first act.
Well, let's discuss this, Necron.
Yeah, let's discuss this.
So I was talking to Insider today, and I didn't even have it on the menu because it's just a short while ago.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about the Flash screening, and everybody just going crazy over with this film. And I've been preparing you guys for this for months now. That I am hearing this is a spectacular movie, like not just a good film, but a spectacular film. And I was talking to this insider, and I said, "Well, it's a shame that this is the last we're going to see of Keaton." And my source told me, "What makes you think this is the last we're going to see of Keaton?" I'm like, "What?" What? they
Wow.
are they're having second thoughts, Necron, about letting Keaton go.
Well, let's okay. Obviously, the guy's old. There's no working around that. He's
Yeah,
old. He's
yeah.
old. But hey, it's movies. It's make believe, guys.
Hmm.
You put a stuntman in the Batman suit, and well, guess what? He's doing all that stuff. Or you CGI him doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what to say. Maybe he has a suit that helps him. Kind of. I don't know what they're gonna say. Because obviously there's no way getting around that the guy is 70 plus. But
Yeah.
I think there could be worse decisions than having Keaton, in the DCU world. There could be worse things out there. Because from what I've seen from this, Keaton looks like he's pretty fucking cool in this movie. Just from the jumping out the bat plane,
Oh,
and
that was awesome. That was
that
just
shit looked fucking
wow,
cool,
that
dude.
was awesome, man.
And maybe what him taking all the bullets and shit. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
it could be worse. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody jumping on Necron's ass because this is who should be Batman. Honestly,
Of course,
yeah,
obviously. I
we're
mean,
all gonna go with Batflick, and we're working on it. We're
but
working on it.
there is a space for Michael Keaton, and I'm told that when this film is out, we're gonna see who the audience really reacts to,
Of course, yes.
and even James Gunn said that Keaton is the most popular of the Batmans.
When it comes to general audience, I mean, I'm not gonna argue against that.
We're talking of a certain age as well.
Mhm.
Um, Keaton has a track record. He has those two blockbuster Batman movies. Could have had a trilogy, you know. If Warner hadn't screwed up with Burton, they would have done a third one with him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, but
He,
what I
he was kind of like Zach. He wanted to stick with his director, and he saw that script, and he was like, "I'm not doing this."
yeah, not doing this exactly.
Yeah,
And so, what I was told, Necron, is that there is a path for Keaton to be in an Elseworlds project. Now, he
there you
asked me this
go.
great question, Necron, and I have to say this question has not been asked of me before.
Uh
I
huh.
don't think anybody asked Silani of this either. And I would have brought this up if I had thought of it back then. He asked this question: what would be more successful, Batman 2, Robert Pattinson, which is going to get made, okay, or Batman Beyond, starring Michael Keaton?
No brainer.
No brainer, right?
No brainer.
No brainer.
Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton.
And I know look, they canceled that project from Mata. Doesn't mean they can't revive it after the Flash.
Stranger things have happened.
Exactly, and it's looking right now, Necron. It's looking like Michael Keaton is probably the biggest pull in this film. The way they're showcasing him in the trailers just really shows
Ugh,
you
it
how
looks like a
popular
Michael
he is,
Keaton Batman movie.
and he's popular. I mean, there's more Michael Keaton than Flash in the Flash, in trailers at least. So my source told me, he goes, they're gonna go back to the Batman Beyond idea.
I mean, it's a like a no freaking brainer to print money for them.
It is,
Everybody wants this. He's the original Batman.
yeah,
Have him doing Batman Beyond would just make so much sense. So much sense. And he's at the right age too, where
yeah.
he could be the older Bruce Wayne that gets his new Batman. What's the kid's name? Um, the new Batman from Batman Beyond. Tim, or I always forget the kid's name that becomes Batman.
Yeah. I forgot to.
Yeah, I'm terrible. But
It's
anyway,
it's
you know,
Wednesday disguised as a Monday. But anyway,
well, the chat will tell us in a second.
yeah,
Terry.
Terry, that's it.
Yeah,
Terry Guinness, or Guinness or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Terry Guinness. Yeah,
Um.
Terry McGinnis.
So I was told that don't give up on Batman Beyond. That they're gonna look again at that project if the Flash does a certain number. Warner Brothers is starving for hits, man, when it comes to DC properties. After the failure of Shazam 2, the failure of Black Adam, Batman Beyond is a sure thing in terms of
A
box
sure hit,
office. It's a sure hit,
especially. I
big
mean,
time.
the Flash is setting it up. It's gonna, put Keaton back on everyone's tongue.
Oh
You
hell
know,
yeah!
it, I mean, it's a showcase for him in front of people who may not know. And how much you want to bet that people who watch this will go back and watch, '89 and Batman Returns. If I was a new person, I'd be like, hey, this dude's pretty cool. I don't see what else. These other movies he did.
And Red Turner, how old is Harrison Ford? You know what I mean?
No kidding.
There's a big argument right there. What if Indy 5 does $900 million? Who knows? you know,
And it looks like they're fully embracing this whole Elseworld thing
they
too. So
are. They
why
are.
why why not?
Yeah. And so what I was told is that Batman Beyond could be that next Elseworlds project after Joker 2 and Constantine 2. It'd be one of the most profitable DC movies of all. If you see how popular Michael Keaton is here right now, look, I'm on the front lines here, Necron.
Oh yeah.
Geekosity, I can see what's popular right away, just from the engagement and the views I get.
How's
Um,
how's Keaton tracking?
Keaton's tracking extremely well. Keaton is tracking really, really well. We do a Keaton story, boom, he goes. Um, and
There you go.
I mean, in fact, I will say this: Keaton is tracking better for us than Lady Gaga and Joker 2.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, we put a good Keaton story out there, it gets a lot more views than anything we've done with Lady. And I've been very positive about Joker 2 lately.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Joker movie was great. So
yeah,
I
so
expect the second one to be good too.
exactly.
And it's
But
super
my
popular, but Keaton's outshining it. Can't
Keaton
facts are
is
the fact.
just, it's that nostalgia kicking in, man. People our age, we were there opening day for Batman. We saw Batman Returns. We saw all the craziness that was going on. You know how popular people don't realize how popular Batman was in
They
'89.
really, I mean, if you weren't alive back then, or maybe just too young to remember,
Yeah,
really was Batmania.
it was Batmania.
And I haven't seen that level of Batmania since between Batman
Yeah,
'89 and Batman Returns. It was like toys were huge, merch was everywhere. I mean, you got Batman cups, Batman cereal, Batman underwear, Batman this, that, whatever you could think of. It had a Batman logo on it, man.
I'll never forget going to the supermarket and seeing boxes of Batman cereal just staring at me all over
Yeah,
the place.
with
There
that big gold logo on it,
a
right?
big
The
old logo on it,
Batman.
and
Yeah.
the billboards were everywhere, man. Everybody wearing Batman shirts. I mean,
Wow knows.
Batmania was huge, and then you have Prince doing a bat dance. I mean, Joker,
Like
man.
Prince at that time was one that, if not one of the biggest artists
It
around.
was one of the biggest. Yeah, exactly. It was huge.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah, I mean, I think Batman brought millions of people into comic books. They brought people into DC Comics. Look at the sales for DC in the '90s, right after Batman came out. That's
through
when
the
Bane
roof.
came out. When Bane came out, it was during that time. Really, with Chuck Dixon and everything.
Remember how
Um,
popular that Nightfall story was? They
oh
were
god, it
selling
was
out.
huge. Holy
We couldn't, when
shit!
I worked at the comic shop, we couldn't keep them on the shelves. It was
Oh
just,
my god!
super popular, man.
I saw Nightfall at supermarkets. That's how popular it was, and they didn't carry comic books that much back then. But they had Nightfall. They had
That
Nightfall
Nightfall,
everywhere.
huh? There you go.
I think Chuck Dixon bought a house from what he made on
Good
Nightfall
for him,
in
man.
Florida. I think it was
In
too.
Florida too, shit. Always expensive real estate down there.
Oh, I know, man.
And what a perfect casting is Mom Michelle Pfeiffer in
Yeah.
Batman
Oh gosh,
Returns
she
as
was perfect.
Catwoman. She's still the top Catwoman. They haven't topped her yet.
Can you imagine if Tim Burton directed Batman Beyond the movie? Imagine how huge. That would
It
be
would be wacky, but in a good way.
in a good way, in a
Yes.
weird key, in a weird.
But look how well he did with Wednesday.
He was brilliant. That was a total
Eh,
comeback
eh,
for Mr. Burton. Total
And
comeback.
what did you feel like you were watching something dated though? No.
No, no, it was
No.
modern.
He perfectly kept up with the times and still
It
kept
is.
the Tim Burton style.
Yep, totally.
So I could totally see him jumping right back into a Batman film.
So I'm saying it right now. Okay, like my only scoop is that Keaton is not done yet. That there have been discussions, just discussions. Nothing has been official yet. Nothing has been greenlit yet. Um, but there are discussions of bringing Keaton back for a Batman movie. But my speculation on top of my scoop, I will say that Batman Beyond, directed by Tim Burton, it's gonna happen.
Pure speculation, but this is how you feel. And you know what?
Yeah.
I think that would be. It's almost too perfect. I hope they do it because it would make total sense.
Well, and look, this isn't even a new idea because about 2 years ago, I was the one who scooped Batman Beyond
I remember.
with Keaton. That was my scoop, and it's just
I
a
hope
matter of going back. Well, they should have never got rid of Hamada then. All I'm seeing now is going back to the well. You know?
it's kind of. I mean, it's kind of sad that the show that this guy and this whole thing they really had no vision, and they're just well, what did Hamada do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we find out today, Necron, that Gunn can't talk about his 10-year plan. Like,
I wonder why.
All he was talking was, well, I already have that slate. And that was a lot already, and
He's basically saying, well, that's about all I got to talk about. He's just hoping to get his Superman movie out. Is probably what his top priority is. He ain't worried about a slate after that at this point. Get that
and
Superman.
then Zazo said that, well, Gunn is going to reveal the rest of his 10-year plan on CinemaCon. It never happened. Hey, a communication breakdown here somewhere. Did Gunn change his mind again?
Who fucking knows with that guy, man? He's a wacky individual.
If you guys watch Dry Currents, and I don't care about this going public now, but I said that the rest of Gunn slate is it's not guaranteed because they're gonna have a new owner. They're going to have a new owner, guys. That new owner is going to come in a few years. It's most likely Comcast. Even Zaz have said we're not going to be here forever. He said this. He's already putting the red flag out.
I mean, he made it pretty much clear. Hey, we're just here to get them in shape to sell.
Exactly, just to sell. Mm-hmm. We're all talking about selling Snyderverse to Netflix. Well, it's going to be sell Warner Brothers to somebody. What I mean? Like the whole company's going to be sold off, and so Gunn can't even plan out the rest of his slate because they don't know if a company is going to change their mind. You're like, no, we don't want this. They're in a lame duck session, Necron. It's a total lame duck session right now.
Yeah, they can't be making any big decisions.
They can't. No.
They're in sell mode.
Yeah.
That's why we should only really just be concerned with this Superman legacy film, right?
Yeah.
Because that's his basically, is that his only shot at the bat at this point?
Yeah. And if that tanks, adios. Adios slate, I will say this Necron as well.
Okay.
I want okay, I don't say I want something. I'm ordering you guys. I recommend stay focused on sale ZSJL to Netflix, and take it out of your mind that Warner Bros. Discovery will do more Snyderverse stuff. But, but I will say this, Necron. I will say this:
Okay.
when a new owner comes in, anything is fucking possible. Okay, anything,
Anything is possible.
anything's possible. Okay, so while I don't feel you should continue to campaign for Snyderverse to Warner, I'm not going to say that take it out of the realm of possibility if a new owner comes in. Just don't expect it because you might get heartbroken, as we were with Zaslow, because we thought, and originally Necron, that was the plan,
Yeah, that was the
but
plan.
they didn't
Till
have
the
the
books.
money, though, and so the Lucas plan went to shit, and they chose Gunn because it's a cheaper plan. Um, but I'm saying this: that anything is possible after they are bought. Who knows? Who knows? Do you know? No one knows. No one knows what Comcast will do when they buy Warner Brothers. Okay, but I will tell you this: every merger is a bloodbath. And even Zaz have said we're not going to always be here. Um, hinting that you had executives too, by the way, which
Oh,
Gunn is an executive. Because when Comcast comes in and they see that Superman Legacy didn't make as much as they wanted to, they're going to do the same thing as Zazo did and fire him. You know? Because remember when they were saying Necron, the Batman will save Hamada's job? I said, no, it's not going to save Hamada's job.
it
It's
didn't,
going to,
right?
well, Toby is safe because, the Batman did well. No, he's not
No,
safe.
dude, I mean, that's what I always try. People, I don't do this anymore, but I would argue
Yeah.
with people online saying, look, you could have a great track record, but when a new company comes in, guess what? They want to do things their way.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it sucks for a person who's had, all this success at a company, just to get shown the door. But that's what happens in mergers. They're
Yeah.
not really, they call them mergers technically, but they're takeovers. They're
Takeovers.
gonna
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
take over and they're
Yeah.
gonna do what they want to do.
Yep. Well, yeah, let's make it honest here, Necron. It's takeover, not really a merger. It's
It's
not
a
like
takeover. When you're sold, your ass is getting taken
you're,
over.
you're taking over. It's not like, oh yeah, we're buddy, we're gonna sleep together. No,
Oh,
no, no,
we're
no, no.
merging with you. We're on equal footing. Hey,
Right.
yeah, who paid the money to own this? Oh, this guy. Well, guess what? He's calling the shots. And whoever bought it is the new owner, and they can do what the hell they want with it.
For all we know, what if Comcast brings back? Okay, let's put it this way: Guns reboot doesn't work. Let's say Superman Legacy just doesn't make as much as they wanted to make.
There's a hilarious comment. Hamada is at Universal Comcast.
That's hilarious. Put Ramada back in charge. That's hysterical.
Can you
Oh my
imagine?
god. Yeah, Hamara's like licking his chops right now. Yeah, come on. Come on, buy him, buy him.
I know a lot of people won't like this joke from me, but that motherfucker is right now going, "Oh, you went full circle."
Oh god. Oh my god, that is hysterical. Oh, the real full circle revealed.
Oh
Hamada
no!
comes
Oh
back.
no! They pull the mask off, and it's Hamada.
Bruce, you pesky kids, I wouldn't have to leave here to begin with. But not him back.
It's gonna be Skywalker and Leon pulling the mask off.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
I would
Totally.
have gotten away with it if the pesky
But
kids hadn't gotten involved.
look, Zazev did not want the reboot to begin with, at least not yet. And it was proven that DeLuca wanted to give the Snyderverse one last go around.
Yeah.
Now, if this reboot doesn't work again, you think Comcast can reboot one more time? I'm telling you, they're gonna go with what's safer, and they'll probably like, you know what? We'll give the Snyderverse one more chance. Then who knows? Who fucking knows? We don't know. No one can safely say yes or no to this.
Yeah, they obviously cannot find a plan that works.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
might as
mean, the
well.
only thing that looks like it's going to be working for them is the Flash so far.
Yeah, and the Flash takes place where? There you go.
Yeah. And where are these characters from, the Snyderverse?
Yeah, because if Comcast buys Warner Brothers, and they will, and they will see that Superman Legacy didn't make as much money as the Flash. What do we do, Scratch Beard? What do we do? You know?
Now what was the comic Superman Legacy or was it All Star Superman that they were? I forget. I bought whichever one they were saying
Okay,
it was.
All Star Superman was Grant Morrison run. Then
Okay,
James Gunn, I think James Gunn said, well, James Gunn was hinting, I think, that it will influence Legacy, but it's not going to be an adaptation of it. It'll be influenced.
it'll just be because I thought that had a weird tone to it. I read it. And I usually like I like the Grant Morrison Batman stuff. That he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
recently. That Grant Morrison Superman Legacy, it didn't really connect with me. It's like it's not my style how I like Superman. It was just kind of weird, but whatever. Everybody has their own take, but that was my
Yeah.
take of it.
My favorite Superman was Alan Moore's Superman. He did like whatever happened to the Man
What
of
happened to him?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
he's
and
flying away
yeah,
right before they
yeah,
rebooted.
yeah, and for the Man Who Has Everything, which was adapted into Supergirl by Supergirl story. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, all I do know is that Superman Legacy is gonna run into a wall. And I don't mean Waller either. I mean all
Yeah,
those angry Snyder fans and Cavill fans who were told this and got something else entirely. The worst bait and switch in cinematic history in my lifetime. And I think it's gonna hurt the film. And Socks, yes, John Byrne
yeah.
was
We
fantastic.
talked about John Byrne's Superman run was fantastic, and so was
He killed God. He
Marv
killed.
Wolfman's too, running side by side with it
That
back in
was
the.
great. That was a great time, man.
I
You
was like,
know?
I thought they did a really good job of making Superman cool when he
Yeah.
really wasn't. Till those reboots, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, man. These were cool.
Our Dykes, I think it's Comcast, but don't rule out Amazon as well or Apple. So
So yeah, I mean, it's someone's gonna own them. Someone is gonna own them.
and keep in mind that Comcast lost Fox Disney, so they're hungry.
Oh, can you imagine? They're probably salivating to get these characters.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're totally.
So where does that leave sell ZSJL the Netflix movement? If we're allowed to talk any at all about that, is it still being looked at, like hardcore, or is it
Yeah, no,
mum's the
this
word?
yeah, no, this is definitely still being looked at, and it's one of those things that it's gonna take some time um for this to materialize. Um, right now, Warner Brothers is really desperate for money right now. Um, mm.
I'm sorry, this made me laugh, Mama Bear. Will KFC sponsor a super the
No,
Colonel?
I will laugh my ass off if you see like buckets of fried chicken with a Superman legacy on them.
Oh my God, that would be full circle on
Let's
that.
not forget that the Batman had a burger. Remember, with the whole joke about Hamada burgers, and sure enough, there was that deal with the,
I
the,
remember
Batman,
that.
the
I,
Batman burgers.
you guys showed that on still, right? It was in Mexico. They had a Batman
Yeah.
burger at Carl's Jr. I was
Oh
like, "Are
my
you
god.
serious? There really is a
The
Hamada
Hamada
burger?"
burgers existed, right? Like we willed it into existence, Necron.
That
So
is so
little,
hilarious. Who
little,
knows, right?
who
KFC
knows? Will we
Super Bucket.
super bucket? No.
Oh.
It'll get made. Just watch.
Oh my God! I already thought of what we could do with the campaign. Remember when they used to have all the different colonels fighting over who's the colonel? You
There
could
you
have
go.
James Gunn and different colonels fighting over who's the colonel with the super bucket. Oh God, it would write itself.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Crypto buckets. Oh my god, TJ.
Super bucket. I bet you Marcus is already on the job.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
He's really working on it as we speak. Oh god, this is terrible.
super bucket. Well, yeah. Little Caesars had the Batman pizza here. That made some bang for Little Caesars. The Batman pizza. Remember it had the little bat shaped pizza.
Did you see James Gunn in that white suit? Are you intentionally trying to look more like Colonel Sanders by the minute now? I mean,
I don't know what's going on with that man. Maybe he's embracing the. He's just like, hey,
yeah, James Gunn and I
I'm
about
getting
to
traction. I'm getting traction. So he's rolling with it.
like, but may as well. And it's like James Gunn and I are about a similar age. Why does he talk like a boomer and dress like a boomer now?
I don't know.
Dude, you're not much older than me. I'm not sure. Are we the same age or friend? And can you guys look up James Gunn's age on Wikipedia? 'Cause I'm sure we're the same age. But
Let's
he
see
but he
how
acts
old
like
he
he's a
is.
boomer. Like, dude, you're
And
not
he didn't
60 yet.
used to either.
No, you're just recently. He's like, I'm a boomer now.
Maybe they told him to stop fighting on the internet so much. So he's trying to. 56. He is 56.
He's a little older than, yeah, he's a little
Yeah,
older than me.
he's a little older.
Yeah, but still, he's not a boomer. He's still Generation X. So
Yeah, he's in the Generation X.
he's dressing like a fucking boomer.
Dressing like a boomer. I mean, I don't know why someone would want to go and dye their hair gray. That's weird, but okay. Maybe he was dyeing his hair and it was all gray already. Who fucking knows? The guy's
So he was born in 1967, a year older than me. Oh, it's hilarious.
2
Anyway,
years. That's funny. Well, he's the colonel. Good for him.
um, yeah, the Flash is spectacular. It's gonna be a huge hit. And good for Andy Machine Gun. I think he has a bright future ahead of him.
Hey, remember how many times they were trying to launch this movie and he finally got it done? So we gotta give him his credit.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. We never thought this film would get made as much as it'd be good as well.
No, it always sounded like they couldn't crack a script and get a decent movie out of it. I mean, all they had to really do is just do a freaking Flashpoint comic movie, and it would have been insanely awesome. But remember, Hamad and them all came in, and they were trying to find a way to get Keaton into it, and
yeah,
this and that. Yeah.
Well, Keaton looks just wonderful, and so
yeah, I have no problem with Keaton's so far with his performance as Batman from these trailers. It looks like it's going to be pretty fucking awesome.
What is in that 4-hour version of the Flash? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, the real version?
Yeah, 4 hours. 4 hours. 4-hour cut. That sounds familiar.
I wonder the real post credit scene with Batflick gotta be in there.
Oh, the one where
come find us, Barry, or whatever he was saying.
Oh, what I was told, they didn't show the credits for the screening. They ended before the credits rolled. I find it very interesting.
Let me play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
What if DeLuca and Abby decided they want to make a Elseworlds movie with the Snyder cast? Could they?
Yes, they could.
They wouldn't need James Gunn's approval or any of that?
No, it's Elseworlds, so I know James Gunn's trying to say anything in DC is mine. Really? Then why was Constantine 2, updated without you? Let's not forget when the news originally came out that Joker 2 was under DeLuca and Abdi. Then Gunn said, "No, it's not under me as well." You know what? Gunn can no longer be trusted after the whole Ben Affleck situation. Affleck can
he was exposed after that.
Exposed.
There's no way around it. Ben Affleck,
totally
pro, but fucking set the record straight, And
exactly.
as Leon says, he was a professional asshole with him.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. Don't need to go down the road anymore. He made it perfectly clear what his intentions are.
So I'm curious to see what these post credits are and why were they not shown at the screening. They obviously didn't want to get it out there what they were. So
we'll I mean, they know, everybody's going to leak the plot, but no post credits, like no credits at all, right? Didn't the movie they say it just ended?
It just ended before the credits roll. So there,
That
I
was
was,
on Sill, right? Sill said that earlier. It
yeah,
just
yeah, well,
ends.
yeah, it ends. And I told Sil last night, and I said, "Yeah, odd, right?" I thought that was odd. Um, it's like you're trying to keep something away from the public because they knew the whole plot would leak.
Okay, but even if the Luca did a Snyderverse Elseworlds, I don't see Cavill coming back to WBD for that. I don't know. I would think the real question is, too, not only Cavill, but would Zach go back to WB? I don't think so. So that's where we got a conundrum with all this stuff, right?
I think I think Snyder would, as long as he's not under some type of restriction. Um, and look, everybody has their price that
I
you
was gonna
know.
say, we got. I even done it before. Where I never gonna do that, and then here I am. Something enticed me to. Okay, I guess I could do it again. So yeah, you know, you throw enough money at something, people will probably fall in
Yeah,
line.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, if they got a sweet deal where DeLuca and Abby says this is your movies, you can do whatever you want. We're not interfering, and Zach is coming back. I know, like we're really going out there, by saying all this, because we're just
Mm-hmm.
This is all speculating talk.
Yep,
I,
yep.
I would be hard to in my eyes, it would be hard for me to see like someone going against that out of that group.
Yeah,
If they were
yeah.
if they managed to get Zach on board somehow magically. I mean, my goal and hope is to sell ZSJL so we can just
Mm-hmm.
get this over with and on Netflix. Like Sky and Sammy and Leon are trying to do the Trinity. That's where my heart and that's where my efforts go
Mm-hmm.
because it's putting more leverage away from WB.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're not the ones who really get to say, yes. I mean, yeah, technically they are, but they're getting these insane offers. That company needs all this money. Who would be? They'd be foolish not to take that.
Yep, yep, yep. I mean, yeah, everybody has their price, dude.
That's all we're gonna say. Everybody has their price.
Yeah, you say no now, then well, how about this much? Okay.
Oh, and least we forget what's coming up here in a couple of days. This weekend is going to be Snyderverse Mania. Just
Oh
saying.
yeah.
You know, it's I don't know if anyone saw. Well, I'm sure the Still Nation saw Skywalker's tweet last night. Calm before the storm. That's definitely true.
Oh
It's
yeah. Yeah.
it's calm before
Totally.
the because a lot of this flash hype and talk is riding high right now. But you got Zach's 3-day celebration coming up here soon, and that's going to take over the internet. Get ready. I think a lot of chat agrees too. With Cell is like one of the really own options to get this going. Full circle, it. That's what I'm talking about. SnyderCon will break the internet. Okay, SnyderCon will be bigger than CinemaCon.
Oh
I th-
god.
that's a hefty statement, but I think with the fan base, it
That's
probably will be.
oh my god. The socials are gonna be blowing up this weekend, man. It's gonna be everywhere. Especially when his guests show up. Mm,
Can
mm.
you? Oh, a certain colonel's going to be going through buckets of super buckets because he's
Because
going to be
you know,
stressing.
I scooped that. I scooped that gal will be there. Last week I said on her birthday, which is the 30th. Um, I also said there's a possibility of Henry Cavill being there. Um, what I heard Necron today, unconfirmed, guys. Okay, so don't get too excited. It's unconfirmed,
Uh huh.
but I heard the Trinity will show up.
Damn, I need a Superman picture. Yeah, that one. Well, I got Batflick. I mean, the whole Trinity is insane, unconfirmed. But can you imagine
Yeah.
what that's going to do if you get a picture of all three of them together with Zack Snyder?
Holy shit, man. That's gonna blow up the internet. That's totally.
Good luck
Um,
trying to get engagement on anything else.
yeah, exactly. You know. Um,
Wow, man, that's going to be
so
woo.
yeah, I'm dropping this on Pandora's box, which probably didn't expect it. That guy didn't expect it as well. Um, but yeah, Henry Cavill has finished wrapping his project. By the way, a few days ago, he's free.
It's insane. He's in LA.
No way. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, I was told today again, unconfirmed, but when I searched again, the Trinity is going to be there. The Trinity will be there, as what I was told. Okay, I mean, I know
I
Gal will be there. I'm pretty much confident in that, but um,
That would be so huge. Well, I think that kind of just finishes the whole Flash topic there.
yeah,
You got the
yeah,
Trinity at
yeah.
Snyder
Not as
Con.
good as it gets, right?
Yeah. So let's get into the main topic of the evening.
Oh yes.
I mean,
Um, Speaking of dropping a bomb out of nowhere, right?
yeah. What does? Okay, because you remember when we first heard about the Kraven the Hunter the movie,
Yeah.
everybody thought this sounds pretty whack, dude. I mean, he's an animal lover. What? And now we're the next thing we hear, what, a year or so later, blood and guts, and what the heck? It's an R-rated movie. I'm kind of like, well, okay, and my interest is perked again, dude. With Craven the Hunter, what's going on here, Mikey? What can you say about this?
Well, they had a trailer at CinemaCon, which shocked everybody. Um, it had Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's Craven Hunter, um, ripping off somebody's nose,
Okay,
blood splattering everywhere. Um, I think taking out somebody's eyeball. Like
holy, this is like a brutal action movie from the
it's
'80s. What's going
is
on here?
exactly, and that was in the trailer, dude.
Hey,
And
Snyder
he's
Queen's in the house.
a Snyder Queen, dropping f bombs. I'm like, what? And so Kraven is rated R. It is officially rated R. Sony's first Spider-Man spin-off is rated R. Now, I have to double check on this, Necron.
Uh huh.
If I recall correctly, the Sony original contract with Marvel, was that they can't do an R-rated Spider-Man IP. Now, something must have changed. Because obviously they are working closer together now that you have the Venom movies on Disney Plus now. So obviously there's some alterations to the original agreement with the new one, and that gives them the option now to do R-rated Spider-Man.
So
Um,
that does that explain why Morbius wasn't rated R?
yeah, exactly. It's PG
Because
13.
I honestly think that hampered that movie not being a rated R. It should have been rated R. I think it would have done
Yeah,
better.
women. Yeah,
Yeah, I just because people always said, "Oh, it's a R-rated vampire movie," you probably would
hmm
have had some more people show up for it. But
so
I love that change.
yeah.
I do too.
Apparently, I mean, I heard it wasn't wacky. The trailer that it was. I think 80s is a good way to describe it as well. Necron. Um, but now I'm feeling more comfortable with this. That okay, they're gonna go all out. Like he really, and I heard his costume's accurate. Kind of look accurate as well. Like okay, that's good
Oh
news.
shit! So he's gonna look like Craven?
Yes, look like
They're,
Craven.
they're not gonna wimp out and give us some.
No, he's gonna look like Craven and bite people's noses off. I guess. I mean, yeah, he's gonna have that look, and so okay,
Holy.
then now I'm getting excited about this. I thought it was but here's what's funny, Necron.
Uh huh.
Sony's brand is so dead that even though I'm feeling better about this, the feedback I get Yeah, but it's still Sony. It's gonna suck. Don't matter.
Well, I
It's
mean,
gonna suck.
I like the Venom movies. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoy them. I don't hate on them. And I think one of the few people that enjoyed Morbius as well. I thought, I mean, was it great? No, but it did the job. But I could tell it was hampered by not being R rated. It was like this movie should have
Yeah,
been
see,
R rated.
that's been an issue for those kind of films. You don't have a PG-13 Venom. You have to go out with all the graphic, violence and everything. And
Yeah, I mean, look at his weapons.
yeah,
He ripping people apart, chopping people apart. If you can't do it hard, then you just shouldn't do it.
and look, I mean, it's not just the fact that it's violent, but the violence really changes the whole tone of the film, which actually changes the whole movie. You know
Yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
exactly, Mikey, because we weren't too keen on what we were hearing prior. It sounded like it was going to be kind of soft. Like, what is this?
Yeah. So Snyder Queen, I was told, I get unconfirmed rumor that the whole Trinity was going to be there at SnyderCon. So.
Yes.
But now, where does this lead to, Necron? This to me tells me that Venom 3 will be R-rated as well. And that'll be the last of Tom Hardy's run. I was told that Tom Hardy is going to leave after Venom 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, is that because they're bringing the Venom into the
Marvel
regular
Studios.
MCU?
Yeah, MCU will have, well, you're going to have Tom Holland be Venom in Secret Wars. But after the
Oh,
symbiote.
they're gonna do it like the original Secret Wars.
Yeah. And after that, the symbiote will go to somebody else, and that'll be the MCU Venom.
I mean, I guess it was kind of clever how they
Yeah.
got the whole symbiote into the MCU.
But here's the thing, Necron, is that I was told they are planning on putting Venom in Midnight Suns.
Oh.
And Midnight Suns will be an R-rated film. So you can have Midnight Suns. You have Blade, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Man Thing, Werewolf by Night, and Venom.
Okay, run that by me one more time.
Okay.
Blade,
Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night, Man Thing, Ghost Rider, and the Punisher.
Now, and the Punisher for good measure.
But how can this win the fight against Creature Commandos, Necron?
Oh, well, I don't know, man. They're pretty wacky. They might have a couple of tricks up their sleeve.
Like, oh my God, how can they compete against Sean Gunn and and G.I. Robot? And, oh God. Anyway,
I had a soft spot for Creature Commandos in my heart.
I do too. Actually, I do as well.
But bro,
I just don't want to see James Gunn doing it though.
No, I want to see the real Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
Because I know what he's going to do is make it goofy and whatever.
Oh, I'll be Peacemaker. Be Peacemaker all the way, and that's really a big problem.
Yeah, just like what he did to Vigilante.
Yeah.
Destroyed such a cool character.
Oh man, I love Vigilante.
Yeah, in the comics, he's cool. He's unhinged, kind of, but not in a goofy, wacky way.
Yeah.
He's the Punisher to DC comics. Why are you going to treat him like an idiot that works at IHOP or wherever he was working?
That was stupid.
He's supposed to be in like Harvey Dent. He was the district attorney and he got tired of all the bullshit, so he started taking law into his own hand. Man. No, he don't work at IHOP. Oh, okay, makes total sense. IHOP worker with all vigilantes, training and weaponry and access. I'm just gonna go on. That's enough of that. Yeah, man. So R-rated. Kraven the Hunter. I'm liking the sound of that already, and I also like to at first animal lover, but now what I saw in the comments, he's like an anti-poacher.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a little more sense.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. Why not?
Yeah, I'll give it a chance. I mean, it's R rated. Hey, it could be great. Who knows?
Mikey, what movie or TV show you think Noel shows up in?
We already know. I was told that Noah will be in Secret Wars. Is what I was told.
There's your answer. Secret Wars
Yeah.
sounds like it's gonna be a culmination of a lot of things coming
Yeah.
together, huh?
And it'll be more than one film. It won't be just one movie. It's just too much there.
Why is James Gunn comparing himself to Superman? I don't know, man. I saw that quote too. I think he's just saying anything to get some publicity.
I mean, he's Colonel Sanders. Come on, we all know that.
Yeah. The only thing he got is super buckets. Not he's not Superman. Look,
Anyway, guys, I have to get going, but thank you for
yeah.
all being here. Great show, Necron.
Thank you, Mikey. You had a good time.
Yeah, and so next week we do the Punisher War Journal. So we're gonna dig deep into their plans for Punisher. So.
Yeah, because I know I teased that for everyone this week, but all this other stuff came up out of nowhere. But we still got the Punisher. He's coming.
Yeah. Kraven came out of nowhere. We had to cover that now before it was.
It sounds pretty cool. I mean, if we can get some more R-rated Marvel, excellent.
Yeah, Marvel goes R, but DC goes wacky. So
can you believe the Starro world? DC's getting silly and goofy, and Marvel's like, okay, well, we'll fill that void.
Kryptonian fried chicken. Oh my God, there you go. Kryptonian fried chicken.
All right, guys, thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Necron. We'll see you guys later.
We are out. Goodbye.
Take care.